fast tour of Palm Garden located at the corner of Southwest 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
All right, thank you, Jan. 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. It's just as beautiful a day as it can be. Look at that day right there. Doesn't that look beautiful? Isn't that the great thing about rain? It makes you really, it's like the yin and yang thing, right? You have to have the dark in order to appreciate the light. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
You have to have the dead flowers before you can appreciate the live flowers, right?
Yeah, you certainly do.
You think that's really true? They're always alive at Bob Wine's, so maybe that's not true. Laurie Williams is on the phone from Bob Wine's Camelia Gardens and Nursery. And good morning, Laurie. How you doing?
Morning. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Do you believe in that whole yin-yang thing? Do we need the opposite in order to appreciate anything?
I think so.
Yeah?
It has to be real cold so we can appreciate the heat.
Yes. And it's been cool lately. I don't know if you've had any...
Very cold. This morning, too. Very cold.
Have you I don't take care of flowers, so I didn't worry about them. But did you? Did you have to worry about the flowers?
Not this last time, earlier when it got real cold we did. But we did cover up some vegetable plants and stuff just to make sure that tomatoes and peppers didn't get hurt by the cold.
Oh, really?
But they were okay.
Do you know my sago? I never know what to call it. Sago? It sounds like a video game. Sago palm?
Yeah, that's it.
Right? It was really horribly, well, one of them was really horribly covered by, is it mealybugs? Am I saying it right?
Actually, it's an Asian scale that they get if they get that little white powder-looking.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And I got it wrong. Nobody told me wrong. I just got it wrong. But anyway, so I cut off all the branches, months ago, and now another little bunch of them is starting. So
yeah,
but it didn't.
And that's a good thing. It'll come back and it won't have it, but more than likely it'll get it again because it's an insect that it floats through the air.
Oh, really?
So if anybody in the neighborhood has it and they're not treating theirs, you're going to get it back.
But you told me one time they used like some kind of oil or something?
Yeah, horticultural oil spray.
Horticultural. Okay, I got to come by and get some of that.
It's good stuff, and it's an insecticide, a miticide, a fungicide. It does all three, which is good.
And do you have to apply it to each one of those little needles with a Q-tip, or can you spray it on?
No, you spray it on there. If you would like to do it that way, you can.
That might just be too much work, I think. I think spraying on is my way to do it. Yeah, that's why I go to the car wash, so I don't have to literally work. I just sit there and let the thing.
That's right. That's right.
So how's everybody over there? How's Mr. George? How is Bob Wines?
He's doing good.
Yeah?
He's doing good. We're doing good. We had a feeding last Saturday. We did real good. We served about 130 plates of food. Gave out her kids and some fruit and some clothing also. So it was really good.
Okay. Did we catch you in the middle of something? You sound busy.
I'm busy this morning, but it's okay. I'm trying to stay warm. I'm outside in this cold right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm inside.
I'm trying to stand plants up because it's so windy.
Is it still windy? See, I'm totally oblivious to everything. I'm in a warm, nice, still area. Yeah. Yes,
exactly. Yeah, it's cold and windy still. I thought it would be a lot calmer today, but it seems to be pretty windy this morning. But it just will make us appreciate it when it warms up that much more.
I want you to tell the audience what you've got for sale, but a real quick question.
Okay.
Do we overdo it on things like fertilizer or other things? I mean, is it sometimes less is best?
Oh, for sure. A lot, yes. Some people, you can over-fertilize very easily, and a lot of times if you over-fertilize, you're going to kill your plants with too much fertilizer. A lot of things, people say, oh, if a little bit is good, a lot's even better. Not necessarily so. Sometimes your plants don't like that, and you can kill them by giving them too much fertilizer and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So I'm asking for my apple tree. I'm thinking I should put something in it, but I don't want to kill it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can fertilize it, but just a very little bit, in that little pot. You're talking probably a teaspoon of fertilizer is all you want to use, or just liquid fertilize it. If you liquid fertilizer, it's kind of dummy-proof. You can't do too much or too,
Oh, really? I like things that are dummy-proof. That's my name, dummy-proof. Yesterday I went to the bank, and the lady at the bank said that she had, because believe it or not, my apple tree came up in the conversation.
It did.
And so she's got a potted peach tree.
Yes.
And it started producing fruit, and the size of her flower pot is half of a barrel. I said, that's a huge flower pot.
Yeah, compared to yours, it's very large.
Wow. So I'm going to have to, if I want to make it portable, I have to put it in a big old thing, huh?
Yes.
Otherwise, it'll never grow anything. It'll just be a little plant, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you need to worry about that right away.
Oh, it's still too young?
Yes.
Is it like sending a baby to college? Is it? If I put it in a big plant, is it like taking my 2-year-old and sending him to college?
Exactly. Sometimes it's better to keep it in a little pot, let it get a little better root system, and then move it to a bigger pot.
I'm afraid with all this, what do they do on Facebook? The whole thing where they listen to us and they hear what we're saying. If they heard you say a little pot, I don't know, you might be in trouble.
That's right.
Right.
Oh, you have pretty cool, exciting things on there. You have a photographer there, Karen, and she's been posting not only beautiful photos of the trees and the plants, but also of the wildlife.
Yes, yeah, we got a lot of birds around here, butterflies, bees. And then if you were on Facebook over the weekend, you saw that we posted a couple pictures. We had a lady that came in with a big lizard, and a gentleman that came in with a snake. With
that
him.
iguana.
Yeah,
they came
crazy.
in.
That iguana,
yeah. So cool to see that.
Yeah. But yeah, she does great photography work. And we've got all kinds of stuff right now. We've got geraniums on sale for like $1.99. We've got Gerber daisies for $2.99. We've still got all of our azaleas. We've been selling tons and tons of azaleas. We've got those starting at $2.99. A lot of them are still blooming. And I've got some new azaleas coming in the first of the week. They're encore azaleas, which they bloom pretty much all the time. The encores do.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Do butterflies like azaleas?
Butterflies do go to azaleas, not so much as some of the other stuff, but I have seen the butterflies around the azaleas. Yes.
What is that? What is guana? Is that you said iguana? What's guana without the I?
Nothing. No, I don't know.
Nothing. Okay, sorry. I thought I heard something. I was quickly looking it up.
There might be. Google it, Larry. Let us know.
All right.
And potting soil. I mean, people have different plants and things that they need to have different kinds of potting soil. Can you recommend what is best for them?
Yeah, we do that when they come in and they buy plants. We tell them what they need to use. And a lot of people, they think if they're planting it in the ground, it needs to be like a garden soil. But we recommend them to use a potting mix. And a lot of people think that a potting mix is just for a potted plant, but it's not. The potting mixes that we sell are good for what you put in the ground also.
Oh.
And it has a starter fertilizer in it. And it's just a light potting soil because you don't want to use anything real heavy as far as a potting mix goes when you're planting something. So we recommend, the potting soils to use also, and the fertilizer, and when to do the fertilizing and what to spray with. So when you come in, we can really help you and answer your questions,
You do not want to look up the word guana. Do not look it up.
Is it disgusting?
No, it's not disgusting.
Is it a food?
No, it's urban slang.
Oh.
I must be listening to a lot of hip-hop music lately.
Guana.
I was walking through the parking lot the other day, and one of these guys had their window down. I must have heard it.
Mm-hmm. And is it profanity?
Well, I don't want to...
You can't say it on the air.
Right.
It's profanity.
Right.
Okay.
Well, put it this way. If we had a sexologist on, I would say it.
Oh, okay. Do people come to you also for advice on, I don't know what the correct term is for, crossbreeding their trees? Like if they want to take a pear and an apple and put it together and bear one kind of different fruit?
Yeah, which you really can't do. We don't really have any trees, that we can do that with. But we do carry cocktail trees, which are like citrus trees that have 4 or 5 different fruit on the same tree. Like you might have a lemon and a lime and a grapefruit and an orange all on the same tree where they've done some grafting. But as far as a peach and a nectarine or a plum, all being on the same tree, we don't have anything like that.
Oh my gosh, but that cocktail tree sounds cool.
It does.
Yeah, it really is, yeah.
That almost sounds like science fiction, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's kind of nice, if you have a small yard and you don't have a big yard, but you like to have a lot of different, citrus trees, you can put a cocktail tree in and it'll give you 4 or 5 different fruit on the same tree, which is kind of cool.
Are all of the in my area, I've got big trees, and the leaves fall and they become brown, and they're under my bushes. Are those good there, or should I take them away and put regular mulch on there?
No, a lot of plants. If you keep the leaves from oak trees and stuff underneath them, it will help acidify the soil, and it breaks down into the soil. So it's not a bad thing to have underneath your plants. You just don't want to let it get super thick, and usually it will kind of deteriorate itself and go back into the ground, and that's what you want.
Oh, okay.
Bob
Nice.
Lyons, Camelia Gardens and Nursery. These are some really good people over there. Laurie is one of them. Go out and see Laurie. Say hi. Say, hey, I heard you on the radio. And I looked up guana, and I think that was nasty. That man talked about that on that radio station. Laurie, where are you? What's your address?
We're at 2610 Southeast 38th Street, and we're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturday 9 to 3. We're off of 17th and Lake Ware Avenue.
All right. Laurie, thank you for doing this. Say hello to Bob. Say hello to Mr. George and everybody else over there. The lady who takes the pictures, what's her name again?
Karen.
Karen. Thank you, Laurie.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Come into the studio one of these days. We haven't seen you.
It'll be a lot warmer there.
It would be, and no wind.
No wind.
Thank you, Laurie. We'll be right back.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.40.